All right, guys. But seriously, I've been saying this a lot recently. The amount of love that you guys have shown me over the past year has been nuts. Going full time with Age of Empires 2 is a scary thing. I mean, just look at it on paper. Age of Empires 2 is a 20-year-old game, and I quit my job to talk about it. It's a 20-year-old game, and I quit my job to do that. That is a crazy thing to say on paper, right? So, when I made the decision, I did it because I love it, and I did it because I felt like I was good at it, and I wanted to grow this community, and yeah, I've gone for it, and it's been way more successful than I ever would have expected, and every single stream, every single video I make for you guys is my thank you. I can't do much beyond that, right? I'm very motivated by all of you, the amount of viewers that come in and questions and comments, all that stuff is just motivating to me. Which is important. If I wasn't motivated, I would have that 24-hour stream and I'd be gone for 3 weeks because I'd be like, you know what? I just had a successful stream. I don't need to stream. But the reality is, 2 days after the 24-hour stream, I was really annoyed that I couldn't stream again. I'm addicted to it. Like this is what I love. So thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you, Step Tank. Thank you, Mike, Nike. Thank you guys for the primes. All right. So I think that this is a best of 5 practice set between Zupi and DauT, okay? They are practicing KOTD2 Arabia. Today was the first set of the King of the Desert 2 tournament. It was between Hera and Project Belgium. I won't spoil it because I know some people might want to see the YouTube video because the whole tournament will be uploaded to YouTube. But you could always check the brackets if you want spoilers. Anyway, these players need to practice, and here we are with DauT. And DauT is Huns, and then in the north of the map we have Zupi. Zupi's playing as the Aztecs. And first game of the day for both of them. So I can already tell a bit sloppy with the eco. But Aztecs versus Huns is a classic matchup. And it is mobility versus a more compact style. So DauT will need to use his speed here. Using his speed with his knights or his cav archers. And then... what's going on with my alerts right now? Oh, wow. Somebody gifted 10 subs to the stream. Well, thank you, Mr. Anonymous, whoever you are, for doing that. That's what the noises are. But anyway, I think that this will come down to DauT dealing with Aztecs and how many Eagles come at him. Because I do think that Aztecs have to eventually go for Eagles here. Oh, wow. Zupi's going for the Vil pick. And DauT will lose the villager, and Zupi's eagle is... oh, trapped. Yeah, you're not getting away, buddy. DauT, don't lose 2 Vils. Oh, no! Oh, there could have easily been 2 Vils down. Woo, boy, he got so lucky, man. That's a 1 HP Vil. I think he realized near the end there, like, oh shit, I need to run, and he did, and he just was able to survive. So let's control group this Vil. We're not going to name him Francisco. And we will follow San Francisco's life and see what he encounters throughout the rest of this game. Because he's still chopping wood. Still doing his job. He ran out of vacation days. So he ran out of sick days. It's complicated. So it seems when someone gifts subscribers to my stream under the anonymous tag, my alerts do not work the same. DauT with a bit of revenge there. Really well played. So yeah, whoever that was, Mr. Anonymous, thank you for doing that. That's so good. What DauT has just done there is so good. Zupi had to garrison his TC multiple times, which was a couple seconds where Zupi wasn't collecting food. And that could hurt Zupi's uptime to the next stage. But also, DauT has a weak scout now, so... that kind of sucks. Looking at the maps, DauT could easily wall the front of this. Wall here, wall here, wall here. Issue would be if he gets towered or if range units come in. Francisco could easily be sniped, for example. But DauT will go scouts here, and here come the militia from Zupi. Zupi will... well, hold on, is he drushing? Well, we'll see if he advances to the next stage. He's making 3 militia. DauT might expect these to be man-at-arms. I think Zupi is going to stay in Dark Age, though, and create more villagers, so... He's doing this in hopes to buy himself time, get more eco, and have a faster castle time than DauT. Qmora, thank you for the Prime sub, man. Okay, so guys, since these are just practice games, I will have more of a casual approach to it. And if you guys have questions about this matchup, I absolutely love answering them. This is an interesting Civ matchup. I, of course, cannot get to everyone in the chat, but if you have something to say, feel free to @ me. Just as long as you're not saying my farms stink, we're good, okay? Have you made any New Year's resolutions? I made New Year's goals. I tweeted this out if you follow me on Twitter. I know this sounds ridiculous as well, but I feel like this is a good goal for me to go after. I made a goal to hit 2,000 YouTube subscribers, or sorry, not 2,000, 200,000 YouTube subscribers and 100,000 Twitch followers. And then the third thing was to play slightly better farms. So I think the first two are doable if I work hard. The last one, not so sure. Beyond that, no resolutions. Nice wall off. DauT investing into those gates.
The third one is not.
Age of Gates. Age of Gate Pyres. And honestly, I would say mission accomplished for Zupi there. These 3 militia bought him so much time. And now at home, he's been able to wall up. Now, he's not exactly fast castling, and I think that the lack of military for him right now could be an issue. But he's sending a spear forward, and that will mean his militia will be even more of an annoyance. Could consider upgrading to man-at-arms as well. T90 Official, why is DauT such a meme in the AoE community? Well, he's one of the oldest players. He's still very good, and he's able to take a joke and make fun of himself. Like, this whole farm thing of mine is only a joke because I'm able to joke about it. Some people, when they're made fun of, they're like, oh no, that makes me uncomfortable. I don't like that. And so they try and avoid it. But DauT, you know, he plays into it, you know? Like, the joke is that DauT's bad with micro. DauT is actually pretty good with micro. He's just not at the level of a few other players out there. T90 Official, how do you deal with salt? Yours and your opponents. Well, if your opponent is salty, you laugh and you become very happy. Because that is fun. If you become salty, then you gotta take a deep breath. Take a break, man. Take a deep breath. Take a break from the game. It helps. DauT kills a spear and 2 archers there. Nice engagement for him. T90 Official, favorite Civ of all time and favorite movie. Favorite Civ of all time? Probably Huns, man. Huns are a classic Civ. They're still very good now. They're fun to play, so probably Huns. Favorite movie? How about I give you a trilogy? How about the Dark Knight trilogy? That's probably my favorite trilogy. Favorite movie is a little bit more difficult. So I'm not a huge fan of how many archers Zupi has created. The reason I say this is because all the DauT will need is 5 to 6 skirmishers with fletching, and he can kill all the archers and spears. And what do you know? DauT's already doing that. So Huns would normally play the open up with scouts in this matchup, and then when their opponent makes spearmen or archers, they add skirmishers as well. And then they just go up to the next stage and they continue doing more of the same. So they go knights and skirms. And so I feel like the advantage Aztecs have is that they can add eagles, which makes the skirmishers a lot less of an option for Huns. So I think investing into 2 archer ranges like Zupi has, this is the classic Hun style. This is how you would play Huns in 2010. But in 2019, this is a bad way to play Huns, and DauT is showing you why. These Zupi's archers, what have they done here? They've done very little, right? So I think this should shift into DauT's favor in a big way because he has all the counters. Now, if DauT were playing Aztecs, and we might see it because I think he might have Mayans in his list of civs, what he would do is he would have massed eagles. He would have full walled. He would have made eagles and spearmen. And that would make it more awkward for DauT. But DauT, you know, he added lots of farms for the skirms and the scouts. He'll have food income, and he'll be looking towards Castle Age now. Does Spirit of the Law ever play on these streams? No, Nosepicker, he doesn't. And I have a lot of... I had a lot of requests to have Spirit and I play each other. We've talked about it. I'm at a higher level of Spirit. It wouldn't be very entertaining if we were to 1v1 each other. Just wouldn't. But he was considering playing some 2v2s or something with me, you know, just to see what it would be like playing together. But again, you know, after the 24-hour stream, Spirit and I spoke to each other, and our selling point is our, well, I guess his isn't technically commentary, but our selling point is our commentary, right? So our selling point is not really our playing. I feel like when people want to watch T90 or they want to watch Spirit, they don't want to necessarily watch their gameplay. So we want to stick to what would work for the audience. So DauT has full map control. He's about to click up to the next stage. Yeah, I just hate the strategy from Zupi. I don't like it. He's later to the next stage. He's making archers versus what will be elite skirmisher and knights. Zupi has made this very easy for DauT. But then again, DauT just showing his knowledge of how the Civ should be played here. Zupi's a fantastic player, but I think his struggles in 1v1 come in on knowing how you should play the Civs. If it was a mirror matchup, it'd be a bit different because he could judge the situation better, but normally you will not be playing the same civilization. So it's about knowing what to do at all times in all situations. And if it seems a bit obvious for me that you should play heavy into eagles in this matchup, then it's obvious that Zupi, you know, that's like a weak point from him because Zupi's a better player than I am. And look at the micro from DauT. Look at that. Now, the last thing I want you to do is to clip that, send it to DauT, and say I complimented his micro. But that was good. Don't let DauT know I said he had good micro because he'll get a big head. But that was really good. These are some weak scouts. He's keeping Zupi at home. And again, at home, he's completely fine. It is a bit interesting to me that DauT has stopped skirm production. But I believe he's going to go for a more greedy style where he adds TCs. And he will not make skirms, I guess. T90 official, do you think the meta game... Let me scroll up here, the game's paused. T90, do you think the meta game is solved on most maps for 1v1 now? Lemmings, kind of. I think for most 1v1 matchups, on Arabia that is, it's pretty easy to know what the civilization should be, what the Civ strengths are, and what time windows you should be taking advantage of. It's not a bad thing, because it's really complex. But I do think we're at a point now where, for the most part, if I see a situation, I can tell you what should be happening. So here, for example, Zupi put himself way behind by going man-at-arms into archers versus someone who is always going to transition into skirms. T90 official, well, people seem to love watching you play. It could be because of the horrible farms, lumber, and mining camp placements. Yeah, man, they want to feel good about themselves. T90, are you still in contact with Riot Dash? Will you cast together again? So, I've never been in constant contact with Dash, and it's not because we aren't, like, it's not because we don't like each other's content or abilities, it's just because we're both busy, right? But yeah, I would like to get together with him again. I was going to invite him to the last 24-hour, but he's pretty busy with his league stuff, so. But he was on the stream during the 24-hour. He stopped by. He's been subbed to the stream for over a year. Stops by when he can. He was actually playing, Dash was playing Age of Empires 2. I saw him online playing a few days ago, so. He loves the game, man. Zinzen, Khmer are... So Spirit said that Khmer are at the bottom of his list, right? Well, I wouldn't put them at the bottom, but they're near the bottom. if we're talking 1v1s. Team games are actually pretty awesome. 1v1s, they're still a bit weird, but I would not have them at the bottom of my list. I would have Vietnamese at the bottom of my list. Okay, so here's the deal. What did Zupi do? He made tons of archers in Feudal to just lose them. Now he's in Castle Age, and what's he making? Eagles. So the archers aren't even being upgraded. So I guess he'll try and go eagles and crossbow. That's a lot of resources put into this. Meanwhile, DauT has just been making knights. He's on 3 TCs. DauT will have a pretty big eco lead, as he has more TCs producing villagers. So this is a pretty simple situation now. DauT has more mobile military. He will have more economy. Zupi could potentially have stronger military, but he'll be running on less economy. So Zupi needs to snowball push now, and he needs to get a big ball of units that DauT is forced to fight, because otherwise DauT can just run away. So if you make crossbows and eagle warriors and monks, Aztecs have so many options, right? Then it can be complicated for DauT. But the longer DauT delays, the more time he will buy himself, and then the more he can make. MDirt says, T90, did you hear what Zero Empires is doing? If you're referring to the Escape TV thing, yes, I'm actually... So I got invited to go to Manchester for the launch, so I'll actually be there. So I'll be in Manchester on the 17th of January. I wasn't going to go because it's obviously a long distance to travel, but since I won't be at NAC2 now, I really want to see my friends. So I want to see, you know, like, well, all the players that'll be there, right? So like Viper, Tato, I consider like close friends as well as professional players. So Zach as well. So I wanted to be a part of that since I wouldn't be in Germany. And it'll be for 5 days, and then I'll be back home working, so it's fine. Yes, Piper, I will be in the UK, man. The reason I'm not going to NAC2 is because Nili needed me to be there for 12 days, and I cannot justify being away for 12 days. I didn't get to where I'm at with, you know, my content, my stream, my YouTube and stuff to just leave for 12 days, you know? I wanted to go for 5 or 6, and the option was not presented to me, so. But that's in the past now, man. Still really sucks. It's still the hardest thing I've ever had to hear in Age of Empires 2, but it is what it is, right? Life goes on. Gotta keep doing what I could do. So, DauT still has not been threatened. He does have a 10 bill lead. And Zupi needs something soon, man. He needs something soon. Either that, or he could just wait for Imp, maybe. But I still feel like if he tries to wait for Imp, he will just be behind. T90, couldn't you cast the games from Germany? You mean NAC2 games? No, I'm not allowed to. It would be, it's in, the LAN is at Nili's place as well, so it's kind of understandable. So I wouldn't have access to the games. So, Pikemen and Eagles can counter Knights. DauT would have to either mix in Skirmishers, which would be complicated because the Skirms died to the Eagles, or he needs to have a ton of Knights with upgrades. And maybe Zupi could push this. Zupi's only 8 fills behind. DauT doesn't patrol into this engagement. So that's one Knight kill for free, essentially, because DauT has let one get to low HP. Give us an update on Francisco. Yeah, where's he at? Oh, he's right here. Okay. So he's on a farm. Francisco is doing all right. I think DauT, he needs to make more. Yep, more Knights. Get the Iron Casting upgrade. 51 military for Zupi and 25 for DauT. Patience. This is where you need patience. DauT should know he has more economy. He just needs to wait for the moment to take the best engagement. And meanwhile, Zupi, he should continue to push, you know. Whether that be siege, whether that be sending monks forward, whether that be buildings forward, you know. Take advantage of this. Even if they both try and go up to Imp without dishing out any damage to each other, Zupi will have this map control, so it's quite nice for him. And then obviously Elite Eagle and Pikeman with more upgrades would be very good against the Knights. But this is the beauty of the Knights. They're fast, right? So Zupi comes in for a few Vil picks, but DauT can now engage these Eagles. And he also used his Mangonel here to get a few kills. And I think what DauT is waiting for is a castle, and he wants to place it right in front of this gold. And then he'll look towards the Imperial Age. Okay, nice move from Zupi. He sends the Eagles in after the Mangonel, but nice move from DauT. DauT will briefly repair the Mangonel before it goes down. He places the castle. I don't think Zupi can stop the castle from going up. I think he can do some damage before it goes up, though. Yeah, he's killing some villagers. He's on his way to Imp before DauT is. Nice use of the crossbows, man. I dissed the archer move, but he has used these really well here. And Zupi immediately reacts when DauT makes the Mangonel. Awesome stuff, man. Well, now I think Zupi needs to fall back and wait for the Imperial Age upgrades. And then when he's an Imp, get Elite Eagle and raid that crap out of DauT. Hit this gold. Hit this stone, you know, just raid the economy. DauT is making just Knights. Because what else is he going to make, right? Oh no, Zupi, not like this. Not like this. Zupi, no! Wait for your upgrades, man. You could consider making some Cav Archers, which would be pretty costly to mass. But it's not a great decision when there's Eagles around. So it's just a strength of Mesocivs here to have the Pikeman and Eagle combo and also have strong Archer options. Eagles make this game quite complicated. Because any other time your opponent's making infantry out of their barracks, you can just make Archers. Not when Eagles are in the mix. Not a huge fan of how Zupi is taking some of these fights, but he'll have the Imperial Age lead. Seeing as he's Aztecs, he needs to make sure he gets the relics. And he's working on scouting that. This is really good stuff. This is a really good game, and that fight's good for Zupi. And DauT building another castle, so he'll be secure from the raids. But it's about to get a whole lot worse for him. Elite Eagle now for Zupi. So sometimes when you're in DauT's shoes, you can try and buy yourself time by raiding and splitting up your groups. But I don't think DauT is in a position where he can attack. He really needs to be at home. Here he sees the crossbow, so he has to deal with that. He also knows that the other military force is on the left. He sees there's a gold there. He does not know about anything on the right-hand side. It is not often you see someone out late gaming down. By that, I mean getting the relics, seeing the golds. DauT's very good at that. DauT can't fight that. Okay, where's Francisco? Francisco's still on the farm, so he's fine. Hmm. 9+2 attack on the Eagles. Of course, this translates to the Pikemen as well. Soon it will be 4+4 attack on the Pikemen. Francisco is inside the TC, guys. He's inside the TC. Oh my god, and Zupi's coming in on the right-hand side with Eagles and Pikes now. He just needs to do more of the same. And DauT needs one big fight, but that's not it. I mean, obviously, it's a fight that he can clean up. He can kill those units. But he's losing a lot of gold units and just trading versus food and wood units, right? So it's not a great situation for him. But he does have 40 Cavalier. And he has 1,600 gold. So now Zupi's forced to run with his Eagles. Wait for another batch of Pikemen, and he's getting Garland Wars to give him 9+8 attack on these Eagles then. This has been the best game of the day. Actually, the arena games were pretty good, but this has been an awesome game. There's definitely things that Zoopy could do, like get those relics. It is easier said than done, though. He's moving lightning fast. And here I am, like, get the relics, man. Get the relic, come on. And it's just a couple extra clicks for him. DauT has castles on the edges of his eco, which really helps with cleaning up the eagles when they come in. Now, Aztec eagles with full upgrades will two-shot villagers, so villagers they'll be dropping like flies. But still, Cavalier better than eagle, if you're comparing the straight-up fights. Because you have a 140 HP unit versus 60 HP unit. Aztecs, their eagles specialize in killing villagers at this stage of the game. Oh, don't worry. I'll keep giving you guys a status update on Francisco. You don't need to worry about that. DauT is lacking food, guys. He's lacking food. Might have something to do with the fact that his eco is getting raided constantly. Is he dead? No, don't tell me he's dead. No, he's still here. He's still fine. He's on 11 HP now. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Oh, a forward castle from Zoopy. This is what I was waiting for. Forward castle on the hill. And now he could start trebbing DauT down. So if DauT doesn't stop this castle, he at least needs to add his own trebs. And he does immediately. So it's almost like DauT wants that to happen, you know? He actually might stop the castle. Look at the strength of the Cavalier there, guys. 140 plus population for DauT, 130 plus for Zoopy. And Zoopy's castle, it might go up, but it will be trebbed right back down, man. Crazy how DauT has held against this. And you notice how now DauT can probably be in a position to raid some himself? Zoopy's on the defensive, so maybe DauT can send hussars into the wood lines. Maybe DauT can hit this stone. Maybe he can see the relics. Strong game from DauT. I was joking with him. I said that after each game I would send him some messages and give him some tips. And then he joked back and he said that I should get out a notebook and learn some things. When I watch him play here. He's played really well. And honestly, he should just continue to make the Cavalier. He has the eco for it. Wouldn't surprise me to see him go for Paladin in this game. Assuming he can justify it. 50 units plus 40 units. 50 Cavalier are going to win the fight. It just can DauT afford to make more. Because half of the units that Zoopy's fighting with are just pikemen. And, oh, that fight hurts to see, man. So many Cavalier just died. Zoopy, he packs up his trebuchets, he sends more pikemen to protect them. It would be just like DauT to go for Paladin here, but I don't know if he can do that, man. Do you want to research Paladin when you only have 20 units? Would have been a lot better if he had 50, right? And DauT will probably lose his castle now. One of 3 castles. Unless he commits to kill the trebs, which he might do. It seems like he will. He'll kill him. But at what cost? Man, if Zoopy gets the relics, he'd be in such a better position. Imagine if he had 3 relics with Aztecs. He sees 4 of them. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He sees 2 of them. He doesn't even see the one in the north there. So I guess that's understood, but that's so important. DauT's been looking for him. DauT's been looking for him. He sees the stones out here. He sees the relics are out there, so he should probably try and snag them. Man, the positioning of DauT's castles have been really strong. You know, it's kind of a meme, right? It's kind of a meme. DauT castles. He can't even get his castles up. They can't help him. But seriously, this game, the positioning of them, really smart. Castles on the hills, castles on the flanks. He's kept them up, and anytime Zupi goes into attack now, he's running into Castle Fire. This has been a sick game. I still don't know who's going to win this one. We are almost at an hour in game, and I still don't know who will win. However, DauT is about to make Elite Skirm. So he could go Cavalier and Elite Skirm. He just needs a bit more to deal with the pikemen. As you can see, the pikemen die quickly to any type of arrow fire. But at the same time, DauT is losing his castle over here. He doesn't have archer ranges here, right? So he can't do anything against the pikes. And then, of course, Zupi still can make some eagles. Now, this is why I'd say if he had the extra gold secured, which he's going for, if he had the relics, he could have so much more eagles on the field, which would help him out. But still, even at this stage, just selling a bit of his wood to give him gold would be a nice move. Guys, his monastery, he's had it for a while, and he created monks earlier. As you can see, the last time he used it was a long time ago, because he's been sending units, or he would be sending monks here. That's a huge slip up for me. He could have gotten this one. He could have gotten this one. Sometimes players in rated games don't have interest in getting relics, but I just don't get it. Yeah, DauT lost some vills on the left, but it'll just go right back there. You know, like, DauT's losing things, but he's able to reboom because his castles are keeping himself protected. And now Siege Ram for Zupi. I don't know if Siege Ram changes too much for Zupi, but guys, 190 population for both, 70 military for both. Crazy game here. So this is just a practice match, a practice set for the King of the Desert 2 tournament. These guys, they could potentially get into the finals, of course, but I wouldn't even say that they're the clear favorites. The whole tournament is stacked with players of this quality. We saw the first set between Hare and Project Belgium earlier today. Let's see if DauT can keep this castle up after losing one already. DauT will kill a Treb, and he will kill the Rams. He defends. And he's getting Paladin. Oh my god, that's so expensive. That's so expensive. Almost 1,500 food and 1,000 gold into upgrading 23 Cavalier. But he feels he needs something more, and he thinks Paladin is the answer. DauT has yet to get into that position where he could raid Red's eco because of the way Zupi's walled this up. And then again, I guess DauT has also defended well from any incoming raids. He's defended really well from any incoming raids. And now Zupi's going for his own Elite Skirm. This is a sign that the guy's running out of gold. In fact, let's check the gold collected. More gold for DauT. That's about enough extra gold to pay for that Paladin upgrade. That's a lot of skirmishers, man. Zupi, you know, I don't know who's going to win this game, but he will look back at this, kicking himself that he didn't get the relics. Because I don't see him having that opportunity now. DauT will be kicking himself that he didn't see that this gold was here. Because he could be taking that for himself. Okay, there's an outpost, and Zupi will see the relic there. I hope he gets it, man. I really hope he gets it, because DauT has so much now. 74 military. He has paladins and skirmishers, and he's starting with the Rams now to take these buildings down. Sure, DauT might lose a few villagers on his gold, but the gold's always going to be there. He can go right back out there. And this is where Huns start to win games. Late game, when they have the mobility, they're so versatile, whereas Aztecs are just a bit slower. Man City versus Liverpool is a great game at the moment, watching that and this simultaneously. Dude, I wanted to see the game, but I knew I needed to stream for you, so I'll have to watch the highlights, man. Good to hear it's a good match. Maganels again! Thank you, man, for gifting 5 more subs to the stream. Enjoy, guys. Zupi's going for the Aflac upgrade. This stream is sponsored by Aflac. And get your farms insured today for the low price of $4.99 a month to subscribe to T90 stream. The Atlatl upgrade, Dave and I just called Aflac for some reason. I don't know where that meme started. But it makes the skirmishers have 5+4 range, so 9 range. It's quite a nice upgrade. But it's not a nice upgrade versus Paladin. Paladin will beat Eagles. And, oh, DauT should fight here. And then right about now, he should send half the group and run into the farms. Well, he doesn't need to. I think he'll still win the game now if he continues this. But, man, even if he sent one Paladin in. Yeah, like this. This does so much damage. Send in the light cav. And keep red on the defensive. DauT knew he needed his Paladins in front of his skirms. And DauT will kill Zupi's castle. DauT has 190 population. It's 160 for Zupi. And I think Zupi's dead now, man. When DauT gets into these situations, he rarely loses games. And also, when the person playing Huns is in this situation, it's very hard to lose as well. I guess Zupi does have one relic. But man, there's so many other relics he could have gotten. He could have had 4 this game. He could have had 4 relics. He could have had it for a long time. That would have mounted to thousands of gold. And with thousands of gold, maybe this would have panned out differently. So, for those that don't know, Aztecs get 33% more gold per relic. So it's a pretty big deal normally, but with Aztecs, it's an even bigger deal. You need to make sure you have them. Feels like it's just a matter of time now. I think DauT's going to close this one out. And you know why it is? Francisco. Francisco's been farming away down here. After he killed that one eagle, he gave his people hope, guys. He gave his people hope. DauT just needs to kill buildings. Raid from the sides a little bit, but if this continues, Zupi's dead, and I think Zupi knows it now. Zupi's losing vills back here. He's running out of wood. He's down to 79 villagers, only 140 population, and the Affleck skirmishers are not going to help him. Yeah, Bombay. Yep. Said a moment ago, the Affleck upgrade has been completed. But that's not going to save him, you know? In this matchup, it needs to be the Eagles and the Pikes doing damage earlier. I don't know if the relics would have helped him, like, because DauT still seems like he had the answers, but you have to get them, right? Like, at the very least, you're going to have more gold for Eagles. Or Rams or something. Or Monks, you know? Like, and gold is really important. Still, it's tough to deal with Paladin, but I feel like if you take those relics away from DauT, or if you stop DauT from getting the extra golds because you got the gold from your relics, then it works out for you. No, it's not sponsored by Affleck. For some reason, you know, when I cast with Dave, we make dumb jokes all the time, right? So, we called the Atlatl... I think Dave forgot the name of the Atlatl upgrade, so we called it Affleck. And ever since then, I've called it Affleck. But I haven't been seeing too many Affleck commercials on TV recently, so maybe they need a T90 sponsorship. That would be sweet. To be that popular of a YouTuber or Twitch streamer that I get free insurance. Heck yeah. That's worth it for me, man. Insurance is expensive. So Zupi's not giving up. He's not giving up. He does have 70 military, but it's 100 for DauT. 100 military for DauT. And he's also killing more vills here. He will be killing more vills here. This is just DauT late game. He's so good with Huns in late game. And there's the GG from Zupi. What a game, man.
Merry Christmas.
That game was awesome. I was not expecting that quality at all. I figured, okay, they're doing some rated games. Sure, this is to practice for a tournament, but I don't know if it's going to be as high level as I normally would expect from a tournament. That was really good. 2 things come to mind. Zupi could have done some different things in Feudal Age. I think we can all agree that Feudal Age was DauT's. DauT killed the Drush, and then he was he was in complete control until late Castle Age, where Zupi pushed forward. If Zupi was able to do more in Feudal, logic would tell you that he could have done more in the Castle Age attack before Imp, and then obviously do more in Imp after that, and it would have snowballed. The other thing is that Zupi should have for sure gotten relics. He had 2 of them visible for a while, he then had 4 visible, and he ended the game with 2 relics. Just look at the relic gold. He got these pretty recently, right? Yeah, so he had 400 relic gold, and he got them just a few minutes ago. He could have had them with all the Castle Age control he had. That's something that could have helped him out, and he could have maybe had more gold for Trebs or Rams to push DauT's castles and win the game. Fantastic stuff, though. Looking at the KD, 679 kills for DauT. He's always going to have more kills there. It's just about if he can afford to produce more Cavalier and Paladins, and he was able to create just enough. All right. Well, if you're watching that on YouTube, I streamed that one on Twitch. So if you'd like to check it out, Twitch link is below in the video description. I'm going to just troll DauT. And I said to DauT, I will send you my tips. I said, I'll send you my tips later on. Too much to improve. It's really fun that I can be a caster of this esport, but also just make fun of the players. DauT just played really well, and I just told him he sucked, basically. But I think it's such a ridiculous thing that he knows I'm joking. Some people might not like that, though. Space Mittens and Madrick and 193 Sniper and Lord